folks, this will be a Shadespire Underworlds update video. As everybody knows by now, the third season of Shadespire Beastgrave will be hitting stores on the 28th of September. And they've introduced the card rotation. Now, the card rotation in of itself is probably not a terrible idea. It allows them to flush out some old cards and allow people who are just getting into the hobby to not technically need, air quotes around the word need, to buy $500 to $1,000 worth of stuff to be competitive. Because there's always that, there's one card in this expansion, there's one card in the next one that they're both really good, but you have to buy both expansions to get those cards, and there's not a real way around that. So what I've looked at, or at least I'm kind of happy with it now, the Season 2 will be rotated out when Season 4 starts a year from now. So this is kind of the, if you want to have your super awesome day in the sun with Season 2 warbands, seems like now's your time. Go ahead and push for those, and the Stormcast Cursebreakers here, they're already awesome just because they are. But if you've got things like Thundrix Profiteers that are pretty good, you've got things that need cards from Season 2 that are not the faction-specific cards, because the faction-specific ones are going to stay. But if you need some universals, then they come from Season 2. You need to go ahead and get your fun in with them now, because when Season 4 drops, the Season 2 will go away. Just the universals. Now, most of the universals I've seen them doing, they are reprinting like Great Speed, Great Strength, Great Fortitude for wounds. A lot of the common upgrades such as that are getting reprinted anyway. Now, some of the new stuff's coming out. They're doing keywords. There's supposed to be a rule set cleanup. And they're supposed to be doing alliance games where you have team games. And I'm not sure how that's going to work yet. I've pre-ordered the box. I have to wait for it to come in, and then I can go pick it up and see what's going on with it. But so far, I'm very pleased with what I'm hearing about the whole faction and everything else. Or all of Beastgrave. Now, back to this. I didn't do a lot with these guys yet. As you saw in my previous video, I've been working on the Wraith Knight. The main thing I did was do some Nuln Oil. I did a little bit of work on their handles to bring out the details as best I can, as far as highlighting the grip. And then I also did a wash to help bring out some of the details on his staff and his belt buckle. Same with this guy and this chick. So in all, this warband's almost complete with what I needed. I will do the bases at some point. I wanted to get the top halves done and highlighted, then I would go in and do the stuff on the bases. I may do a little bit of weathering on the cloaks, as far as making it look like they're not perfectly clean along the bottoms where they've been walking through the Underworlds. So these guys are almost done. The only other warband that I'm currently planning on painting until I get my hands on Beastgrave, Thundrix Profiteers here. They are dwarves. They're stunties, as some people have been known to call them, and I am just kind of excited to get them on the table and ready to be painted. Now, these are one of the last factions released in Season 2. I don't know how they're going to work with Season 3 cards and everything else, because a lot of the meta, so to speak, I'll put air quotes around meta, has been using Season 1 cards with these guys to make them very playable and very fun. So this is kind of a redesign point for everybody. So if you're worried about getting into Shadespire or Underworlds or Beastgrave or whatever term you want to call it, this is your moment. You can go ahead and buy the Season 3 box and just start there if you want, and just build your collection as the warbands come out. you don't have to worry about anything going away for almost 2 years. And this is a great game. I've really enjoyed it. I think it'll be great to play for quite a while. But this is the next batch that I'm probably going to work on. But like I said, I will have Beastgrave when it comes out. So if those models really catch my eye, I may just go ahead and start painting them because they look cool. The only other thing for Age of Sigmar type stuff that I've gotten, a buddy of mine found the easy to build set here, and I'm going to use it for Warcry. I just have to go buy the Warcry cards. But you essentially get your leader and dudes with crossbows and the Griffin, and then that'll go well with my Farstriders because I can use the Farstriders from Underworlds to fill in the gaps here. And I've got my Warcry band. I don't have to buy multiple bands, multiple boxes, or anything like that. Alright, well that's pretty much it for this video. There'll be hopefully more updates on the Wraith Knight and these warbands soon. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. So this is my Reaper Mini that I painted up for a D&D campaign for a buddy of mine. Or for it's my model, but I painted it to play in his campaign. It's one of the older models, but I'm pleased with how the blues came out, and the flesh on his hands came out pretty good, I think. His beard, I mean, all in all, it was a quick model to paint. It's all one piece. It's pewter, so you get that good thunk whenever it hits the table, as opposed to some of these plastic models. But I really did enjoy painting him. I wanted to throw him in at the end here because I know some people have been curious about how he was going to be looking. So here he is. I hope you all enjoyed it. See y'all in the next video.